you doing? Today at DW Performance we're going to be installing this MBRP dual exhaust system on this 2011 Chevy Silverado with a 5.3 liter engine. It's a crew cab, a 6.5 foot box. We're going to be doing an aluminized system with duals out the side, I should say. We'll walk you through the install and all the steps we need to take to get the old exhaust out and put the new system in. As you can see here, we've got the system all laid out. It's really the first step you want to do. Get it laid out on the floor, go through your bill of materials, make sure you have all the pieces, all the clamps, everything lays out the way it should be. Before you start pulling your old exhaust out, you want to make sure you have all the pieces and everything is right, which everything is good here, as we usually get with MBRP. So the next step will be to pull the old exhaust system out. Okay, now that we're under the truck, first thing we're going to do, we went through and sprayed all the hangers and all the clamps with some penetrating oil all the way through. This will make it a little easier to get everything undone. We got one clamp up front here that we got to unbolt, and then we'll knock the hangers off and get ready to drop the old system out of the truck. Alright, now we've got the front clamp loose, we'll work on undoing the hangers throughout the system. We'll start back here with the oil on them. This truck being pretty new, they pop off pretty easy. The other thing you do is take a pair of channel locks, push on the end of the bar and on the rubber, help squeeze it off as well. Just be patient with it. They'll come off, just take your time so you don't rip the hanger and you'll be able to reuse them. Once you get the two rear hangers off, one towards the front. Once all the hangers are loose, make sure the clamp's off there all the way. Okay, we're back after a brief intermission. You notice I've got some extra bandages on my arm here, which leads me to my next point. Be very careful, there's a lot of sharp objects underneath the truck. You may not catch it at home on the video, but at some point I slipped when I was trying to get one of the rubber grommets off, and 5 stitches later my back will finish up the job. So at this point we're going to get this exhaust slid out of here. We should be able to slide it back far enough. Flex this down, get it out of here. Okay. Once you get the front pipe out, really just got to slide the whole system forward. There you go, the whole system's out of there. So next we'll start laying out one piece at a time and show you how to get the new system back in. The front clamp on the stock system has to be reused. It's just a little retainer clip here to get the stock clamp undone. Okay, once the clamp is loose enough, just give it a couple taps and slide it out of the retainer, and then we'll be able to reuse it on the new system. Okay, we'll start out. We got the factory clamp back up here in place. Start out by putting the front pipe, the first piece of the exhaust, in place. Get the clamp over the top of it. We'll just leave it loose for right now. And then the kit comes with a clamp with a built-in hanger. That slides up and will go into this front hanger. Get that in place. Again, just kind of leaving that loose. I'm just going to finger tight it. Keep it finger tight. Okay, we're just going to snug this clamp up just to help hold everything in place, but I'm not going to tighten it completely until we're ready. Okay, we won't tighten it down all the way until we're ready to set everything in place. Now we'll bring the muffler up, get that in place. I am just going to cinch this clamp down, again, just to help hold everything while we get it lined up, but not over tighten it until we're ready to just line everything up perfect. Just enough to hold it there. Alright, we'll slide the muffler in place. We've already put the clamp over it, so it's where it needs to be, but we'll just leave the muffler there. We may have to adjust the length back and forth, so we don't want to get too carried away. One of the biggest mistakes people make is start tightening everything up as they go, and then they find out that something's too short, it needs to be adjusted. And once you tighten those clamps down, it makes it very difficult to loosen up and move exhaust pipes afterwards. We'll start with the passenger side tailpipe. Get it slid in place. There is a hanger for this. Get that worked in place. Okay, next we'll slide the driver's side pipe in place. Just put it up over the top of the axle. Again, slide it into the muffler and also line up the hanger while we're doing it. It does get a little tricky just lining stuff up, trying to get it in the right place. Okay, we've got both the pipes that go up over the axle in place. They're not tight, but they're in place. Now we'll start with the tailpipe pieces. Get the passenger side one in place first. This also has a hanger back here. And again, we're just getting everything on the hangers. We're going to have to do a lot of tweaking and adjusting. Sometimes the duals are even worse because you got to line up two pipes instead of one. Okay, so we got that temporarily in place. Just going to finger tight the clamp on here so it doesn't slide down. Okay, now we'll get the driver's side pipe put in place. Because from the factory this comes with just a single exhaust out the passenger side, the kit comes with a hanger so we can put a pipe out both sides, and it uses a factory hole in the frame. So we'll get that put in place and then we can run the pipe through. Okay, we've pretty much gone down and got everything lined up. So now we'll just tighten all the clamps up where they need to be. Work our way from the front to the back. Make sure that nothing moves. Okay. Got everything tight. Everything's in place. We'll double check the alignment of the dual tips. Okay, there is some amount of adjustment, so just have to kind of play around with it. I think we got the tips pretty well even. You can move them in and out. You can tip them up and down until you get them where you want them to be. You want to make sure you got clearance around the spare tire on both sides. Make sure everything's got plenty of room. Nothing's hitting, nothing's vibrating. We'll do one final check of all the mounting points, make sure they're all clear, and then we'll be able to take it for a test drive. Now we got the exhaust all installed on this truck. Let's take it out and see how it sounds. As you can see, the MBRP exhaust system is a great addition to any truck, whether it be gas or diesel. And although typically we do installs on pickup trucks, MBRP also has a full line of exhaust systems for some of the newer muscle cars, Mustang, the Charger, and so forth. So if you're interested in exhaust for any of these vehicles, please give us a call or visit our website, www.dwperformance.com.